Good evening. I'd like to welcome everyone to the regular monthly meeting, July meeting of the Frankfort Electric Water Plant Board, and ask the Secretary to call the roll.
Member DeLong? Member Keeban?
Here.
Member Mason?
Here.
Member Snyder?
Here.
Member Dutton Mitchell? Here.
We have a quorum and are constituted to do business. Jason, I see you here as well on Zoom. We have Jason and Catherine on Zoom from out of town. Thank you all for taking the time out of your busy schedules to join us. The first item on the agenda is considering approval of the minutes for the June 16th, 2026 board meeting, which were in your packets and are in your packet now. Are there any additions, deletions, or corrections? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion for their approval.
I move we accept the minutes from the meeting on June 16th, 2026.
I'll second.
Motion made and seconded. No further discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Kathy, do we have any public comment at all?
No, sir.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda are departmental reports, and before I say that, I just want everybody to know this is normally the time we do our financial reporting, but David let us know last month that because they're closing out the year end from the fiscal year ending in June 30th, that we're going to skip the financial reports and we'll get a report for June and July at our August meeting. Correct, David? Sir. Thank you. All right, so we'll go to the informational reports. Is Travis going to be handling those today?
Yes, please.
Travis?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Looks like Kathy is ready to start us off with public information.
She's pumped up. She's ready to
She's
go.
ready.
I'm really short and sweet. Good evening. In marketing and media services, our Cable 10 crew has been very busy. They wrapped up all of the Franklin County Fair events that they were covering, especially all the pageants. So all that's done, and now they're gearing up. School starts actually in the city in less than 2 weeks.
Wow.
So football season is upon us, so they're gearing up for a game of the week. We are going to be participating in when Downtown Frankfort Inc. hosts the Locals Night for the Downtown Summer Concert Series. It was supposed to be earlier in the year, but it got canceled for rain. So when they get that rescheduled, we'll be participating in that. We'll have a lot of information about next band out at that event downtown. Other than that, we're just still doing everything that we always do, and hope we don't get blown away tonight.
Okay. I was going to point out that I tuned in one night and it was the pageant from 1990s.
Oh, yeah.
And I tuned into the part where they were saying what all gifts they were going to give the winner, and the winner was getting a 35mm camera from Taylor Drugs.
Well,
And I thought, well, is that not,
what a treat.
what a treat?
Thank you. Any questions?
No. Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you. Next up will be Darren with the knock and safety report.
Good evening. For June, the NOC handled 779 trouble calls. We took 2,525 phone calls, and on the locate side of the house, we did 773 locates. So for the year, that makes a total of 8,346 locates for the year. On the safety side, we had no workplace injuries, no vehicle accidents, and we conducted 2 damage investigations on top of just the normal safety duties. So not a bad month for June.
Okay.
Any questions? Anything I can provide?
Nope.
All right.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, Darren. Next up will be April with the customer service report.
April, I want you to know I sold a solar share in the U-Scan line at Kroger's the other day, and they were supposed to have called you.
Well, I haven't heard from them, but they might have talked to one of us.
It's my big sale, wasn't it?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, good job. We appreciate it. All right, so you can find the customer service reports page 21 through 24. In the month of June, customer service assisted 7,099 customers. 1,483 of those were walk-ins, 4,349 calls. We had 1,177 transactions through the drive-through. And then 90 brand new customer applications through our customer portal. The average wait times, we had a really good month again. Second month in a row that we've had those wait times for tier 1 and tier 2, they were just slightly above 1 minute. And then tier 3, they were 2 minutes and 20 seconds. And then when you take those 4 peak days out, we were below a minute in both 1 and 2, and then less than a minute and a half on tier 3. So definitely an improvement in the wait times. We're trending in the right direction. Kiosk transactions, we had 622 kiosk transactions. We're kind of staying right around the 600 to 700 mark there over the last few months. And then we had 11 positive Google reviews that were either 4 or 5 star reviews. Most of them were 5 star. And then we had 2 that were below 3. So that's all I have, unless you all have some questions.
Thank you.
All right, thank you all.
Thank you, April. Next up, Adam with the telecom report.
Good afternoon. The telecom report starts on page 25 of your board package. Looks like we're right at 60% of the customers moved over from HFC to the next band, which is good and moving in the right direction. We had 11 outages for the month, which was pretty busy. Probably the largest. We had a 22-hour outage out in Evergreen. And it was basically a truck picking up limbs. The boom got into the fiber cable and broke it. And we basically had to set up and splice in 4 different locations at once. But everybody came together and we, got it back on as soon as we could. But that was probably the worst outage we've experienced with the PON network. Trouble calls, 281 for the month. They're trending in the 280s here, probably the last 6-8 months, which is a good sign. And still, it's typically customer education with some of the new devices, streaming and things of that nature. The grants were 400 homes passed, with 54 of those taking service or with active service. In the next 2 weeks, we'll probably turn on another 200, so that's getting closer to the 884 that we're trying to get wrapped up by the end of the year. So, be happy to answer any questions.
Adam, I do have a question. You said the truck that was trimming trees got caught up and slashed on. When that happens, do we go against the operators of those and do we get remuneration back for our efforts to?
We try, yeah. So, we open an X order and we'll, calculate all the costs. It was actually a county truck picking up limbs on the side of the road.
This time, okay.
Yeah, so,
Okay.
But, we take pictures and try to, build a case on what's happening and turn the bill over to them and they can follow with their insurance company.
I understand.
Whatever we need to do.
Okay. Any other questions?
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Adam. Next up, Scott with the electric report.
Good evening. We'll start on page 30. Actually, I'm going to start a couple pages different. Page 31 is the first one actually for 2021 or 2021. SAIDI report is 13.37. Then when you look at page 30, it's for 2025. We are at 25.08265. And then if you switch back to page 29, you'll see for the 2026, our SAIDI number is 31.52. Page 32 is your pie chart, which shows your percentages and the actual causes for each percentage. So there's a total customers affected of 815 with 53 outages total. And then the last page, of course, on page 33 shows your top 10 outages for the month. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Not seeing any. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Scott. The SEPA report begins on page 35 of your board package. Our total SEPA bill for June was $148,944. We received a net payment of $330,024 for a profit to the board of $181,080, which brings us through June of this year net benefit of $1,095,345. So good month of June for SEPA. The bill was a little higher because the end of the year, extra energy costs. I think we've covered that a few times in the past, but otherwise, good month for SEPA. The next KYMEA meeting is, Gary, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's Thursday of this week.
This week. I really don't have anything new to report, but I'm happy to answer any questions if you have.
All right, if there's no questions on those, next we will move to water distribution. Bruce?
Good evening, everybody. Starting on page 39 in your board report, you'll see that in the month of June, we installed 4 new water services. We had 7 water main breaks, and then had 5 water outages for the proper repairs. A lot of other work going on in the water. Guys are staying busy, trying to get jobs wrapped up, trying to get new jobs going, and trying to fill in between. So, other than that, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. All right.
Thank you.
y'all.
Thank you, Bruce. And next will be Brandon, water treatment plant report.
Good evening, everyone. For the month of June, the water treatment plant treated 270,562,000 gallons of water for an average of 9.01 million gallons. Lock 4 averaged 7,820 cubic feet per second for an average of 5 billion gallons per day.
All right. Thank you.
When we gonna buy some chemicals?
We already did. We did last month, didn't we? Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, I think that, that concludes the department reports, if there's no
Okay.
questions.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Moving on to the action items, item 4.1, consider approval of the revised FPB ethics policy. Hans?
Yes, sir, thank you. The plant board is a special purpose governmental entity created by the city of Frankfurt. So our ethics policy has to be at least as stringent as the city's ethics policy. The city adopted a 4-year statute of limitations, so we needed to revise our policy to adopt that. So the changes are on page 45 of 92, just says the new date that this is adopted. And then on page 59 of 92 is where that language, I just took the city's language and plugged it into ours, and the remainder of the policy is the same, so I ask that the board approve the new policy. Thank you.
Any questions from any of the members? If not, I'll entertain a motion on the change in the ethics policy.
I move we adopt the revised policy. Or Catherine, did you wanna?
Oh, no, go
Okay.
ahead.
I move we accept make the change in our ethics policy to comply with the city's policy.
Motion. Motion there. Second? Do I have a second? Motion made and seconded. Seeing no further discussion, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you all.
Item number 4.2, consider award of bid invitation number 1857 to Tech Coat Incorporated for the tube settler replacement project in the amount of a little over $1.3 million. Brandon,
Yes.
tell us what a tube settler is.
A tube settler is basically a huge piece of plastic that's set on an angle and water comes up through the bottom of it, and it's really the last chance you have to catch any particles before it hits the filter. So the tube settlers at the water treatment plant are used to facilitate the settling of particles before filtration. There we go. The tube settlers have started to deteriorate and due for replacement. Separate sealed bids were opened for this bid invitation on June 23rd, with 6 bids being received. Tech Coat Incorporated has not performed work with Frankfurt Plant Board in the past. Therefore, Kentucky Engineering Group checked references and all were favorable. A letter from Kentucky Engineering Group recommending award to the low bidder and the bid tab is included in the board package. The tube settler replacement project is in the fiscal year 27 budget on page 29, line 130, in the amount of $2.62 million. Staff recommends awarding bid to 1857 to Tech Coat Incorporated in the amount of $1,300,442.
Yeah, go ahead,
Is
John.
the material and everything is the same across all these bidders, right?
Yes.
It's all
Yeah,
basically
yes.
the same?
Yeah, they had a spec that they had to go by.
Yeah.
Any other questions? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the bid invitation.
So moved.
Motion made by Steve, second by Jason. Seeing no further discussion, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 4.3, consider award of bid invitations 1853 and 1854 for power transformers for Bendix and GE substations to Virginia Transformer Corporation in the amount of $2.85 million. Do I Travis, is this you?
This is me, yes, sir. So staff, with the assistance of Burns and McDonald, who's helping us with the project and helped us with the transformer specs, I prepared a bid for 2 substation class transformers. There's 2 bid numbers. We did it that way so we could kind of track them and account them for them separately, 2 separate projects, but they're the same equipment, both bids. So we received 10 responses. We evaluate these large station transformers on not only the base price, but also there's a warranty formula. We look at the losses. So it's kind of a total life cost price that we evaluate these on. So after reviewing the bids, we recommend awarding to Virginia Transformer in the amount of $2,852,680. That's for the both of them. These are for 2 of our electric capital projects, the replacement of T43 and T45, which are in the current electric budget. I think I maybe had made mention in the pre-agenda meeting, but so we probably on these projects versus what is shown in the budget now will be a little bit over, but if you look at the lead times on the tab sheet, that's going to trickle into the next fiscal year. So there won't be any budget adjustments necessary for these this year. We'll just need to account for that when we do our capital.
And
budget
these
next year.
are essentially 2 identical transformers at half of this price each, correct?
The 2 at 1.4 million
1.4
apiece.
change, okay.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
And so we will not, you said we will not need a budget amendment because this will probably end up blowing into fiscal year 28 by the time it's all said and done.
Yes,
Okay.
sir, that's correct.
All right. Any other questions? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion for the award of bid invitations 1853 and 1854 as described by Mr. McCullough.
So moved.
Motion made.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Seeing no further discussion, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is item 4.4, consider approval of Stingray Music Agreement. Harvey Couch.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good evening. Staff recommends approval of the Stingray Music Agreement. This is an extension to our current NCTC agreement, and the term is through June 30th of 2029. Stingray Music is the digital music service that we carry on our preferred cable tier, 50 channels in the 200s. There are no additional carriages or obligations, and happy to answer any questions you guys have on this item.
Any questions? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Seeing no further discussion, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Harvey. Next item on the agenda is item number 4.5, consider approval of the FPB Monthly Employee Excellence Award Program. William Lynn, a new face before the board.
Good evening, everyone. I'm William. I'm an HR journalist here. I'm sure some of you have seen me around. I've been here about 22 years. We're requesting the board's approval for our new Employee Excellence Awards Program. It can be found on page 73 through 79 of your books. The program's initiative is designed to recognize employees who demonstrate exceptional performance and exemplify FPB's commitment to customer service, teamwork, safety, initiative, and operational excellence. The program includes 3 employees per month to provide a fair and consistent representation across the 3 major groups that we have. Particularly given the difference in size between our field and office employees and the visibility of various positions. The program is open to all full-time employees, including management, who have successfully completed their introductory period and meet the eligibility requirements. Those requirements are they fulfill the mission of FPB, contribute to the core values, goes above and beyond, has done well in their last eval, and hasn't received any disciplinary action. Employees can nominate themselves, or they can nominate another coworker, but they can only be, they can only receive the award in a 12-month period, once in a 12-month period. Let's see. Multiple nominations does not increase the employee's chance of winning, and they can be removed if they no longer meet the requirements. Winners will be drawn randomly from their groups, and the winners will receive 8 hours or 1 day of vacation leave that can be used later and is subject to approval from their supervisor. We also would like them to get a parking spot at their building, so closer to the door, so they don't have to walk so far. It is in an existing budget, so it does not require any additional funding for that. Any questions?
I have one question. One additional vacation day, and I guess, and I don't know, trying to figure out, what our personnel system is. Do we have compensatory days, vacation days, and sick days, all three? And why are we given a vacation day as opposed to a compensatory day?
So the comp time's only available for salary employees.
Okay.
Not the hourly employees.
Okay, the hour employees, okay. All right, that's fine.
I think,
Any other John?
yeah, Catherine, do you wanna?
You can go ahead, but I did want to.
Yeah, we got you next.
Comment.
I mean, I'm all for, trying it. I've seen similar programs in the past, and they always start out well, and then, they don't. But I know a lot of people do it. Restaurants do it. I see the health department, which is right here on the corner, they're advertising on their marquee sign who their employee is.
Yeah.
Car dealership, I mean, people do it, and it just seems like sometimes they start off well, and then people lose interest, or they disagree with who got it, or, so say like 5 people get nominated and they're eligible. So if I got it last month, I'm gonna get pulled out, so I can't be drawn, right, out of the pool.
Right, that's right.
So I wonder if if the say there's only 2 left, then it would be drawn from those 2.
That's correct, unless we have new nominations. Yeah, if we don't get any additional ones, if you get nominated, you can stay on that list for a year unless you don't meet the requirements anymore.
Okay, so it's not like a new list of nominees every month, it's,
Right.
once you're nominated, you're on that list.
For 12 months,
Okay.
yeah. Just in case there's a month that we don't get any additional ones.
Right.
And I've reached out to the health department, and so it's kind of similar to what they do, because a former employee actually works there, so she was telling me about their program. So sometimes they don't get any, so they just go down their list and pick the next one.
Is it pretty well, did they say it was popular, or the people?
Yeah, they said it was a pretty good program. They seem to have positive,
Catherine?
I really like the idea of this. I am afraid, though, with 3 employees a month, that it might somewhat dilute the significance of it. I don't know how anybody else would feel, but I really would like to amend it to say each month 1 employee will be recognized through the FPB Monthly Excellence Award Program, with one employee selected rotationally
From each of the 3 areas.
from each of the following operational groups. I also think, again, I want it to maintain its significance and not get diluted by pretty much like, oh, well, here's the list, it's just rotating, it'll be my turn soon, or anything like that. And also just the operation of it. I don't want it to end up being, getting bogged down or burdensome.
All right. Yes, go ahead, Steve.
Well, I'm probably worse than anyone here, but
You're not that bad. You're not that bad.
I just kind of look at all the benefits, fringe benefits that the plant board employees have right now. A lot more than a whole lot of other areas around here. But if I did this, my suggestion here would be Employee of the Year, and that person gets 2 or 3 days, and that would exclude management. It would only be for the worker, the people out there working, and not management.
Hans, is the Constitution, and I remember this from the Attorney General's office when the employee suggestion system was created, and the whole issue was the emolument section of the Constitution. I know it applies to local governments. Does it have to be time off? Can it be cash, or is time off better? Is that what people want, or do they want a salary adjustment? I mean, what is it? Does the emolument section count against local government?
I don't think we're at the point even where that's a question for us.
Okay.
To me, it's time off only.
Yeah.
To me, it's not, I agree, I don't know if anybody else feels differently with that. I think that's the one thing we can give out without a budgetary impact on our ratepayers for the most part.
And I tell you, the timing of this to me is not the best in light of what we're getting ready to do, well, what we have done this month with rates.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the time is not good for something to me like this.
Well, when I look at this, if that's the case, there may never be a good time for it, but in this case, this is not something that has a direct budgetary impact. It does give people, will give people an extra day off. I understand we want to treat our employees well. We want to give them incentives to do good work. Part of that's a paycheck, but part of that is these other kinds of things where we can recognize them, especially those that go above and beyond. Catherine, did you want to put your comments into a motion to change the program, or did you all want to maybe talk about it some more? Did we want to push this back till next month? I mean, how do we want to handle this?
I'm happy to put it in a motion.
Okay.
But if we want to push it back to kind of find even more options, that's fine too.
I guess I'm going to ask the question of staff: is the change proposed by Catherine, would that cause you all pause? Is it something you all want to think about what the effects would be, and maybe bring it back next month and see the reasons for or against it? I'm just trying to figure out what you all think. I kind of agree with Catherine. I think a single employee of the month from the plant board and have it rotate among the different divisions, I think to me it sets the person out more, and it puts more of a spotlight on one person, while it still gets to all of our different lines of business and all the different areas of the agency. I think it's a really good idea.
Yeah, no, I agree. So, yeah, it's definitely a good suggestion, and we can move forward with that.
Okay.
Did the guidelines, I guess we initiated, did we come up with all the guidelines? Did we copy this off of some, is this look similar to another agency program, or where did it?
It's similar. So we have a KPRO group. It's like HR people throughout the state. So we polled them to see what other agencies do. So it's similar. It's not quite word for word, but it's very similar to what other agencies do, and plus the health department.
Okay.
So Catherine, I'm going to restate. You have essentially made a motion to switch this from a single employee every month to rotate among the 3 different divisions that were identified in the original proposal.
Correct.
Okay. Do I have a second on that motion?
Does that encompass, you mentioned 8 hours, does that encompass, you were down in the knock for a good bit of time managing, would that encompass like a day off for that?
They get 12 hours,
Okay,
so their
12.
shifts are 12 hours instead of 8, so they wouldn't get the full day, unless you want to put that clause in there as well.
That's a question to cover their full day.
I would rather give the same amount of time to each individual, the same amount of time to each individual, not give more time to somebody else.
But
So that's-
board's preference, just
Okay.
some detail there.
So
Thank you.
we have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? The motion to amend the policy is approved. Now we need a motion for the final approval of the policy as amended. John, help me out here. John, give me a motion.
I make a motion to pass approval of the FPB Monthly Employee Excellence Program, Award Program as amended.
Second?
I'll second.
Motion made and seconded. Seeing no further discussion, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? Motion carries. Thank you,
all
William.
so much. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Item number 4.6, Consider approval of change order number 1 on bid number 1843 for the removal of residuals at the water treatment plant in Lagoons 3 and 5. Brandon, we should have brought you up at one time. Sorry to bring you back up here again.
Pretty good idea, but that's how it works. It's fine. Hager Company was contracted to remove all residuals and vegetation in 2 lagoons at the water treatment plant. Prior to the above scope, a holding area needed to be constructed to store the lagoon residuals. FPB personnel began in-house construction of a holding area large enough for multi-year use/storage in April of 26. Due to scheduling conflicts, FPB halted progress. This change order is intended to complete construction of that holding area. FPB will monitor construction progress of the holding area, track the contractor's time and material fees, and may provide FPB personnel with equipment to assist with the scope when FPB construction schedule allows. This project is included in fiscal year 27 budget on page 31, line 82, in the amount of $115,000. FPB water treatment staff recommends approving change order number 1 to bid number 1843 with Hager Company for a not to exceed amount of $40,000.
And if that full amount was reached, it would still be right under the budgeted amount, like you
Yes,
said.
yeah,
So-
I mean, it was right there, yeah,
Okay.
$250, so.
And this lagoon, once constructed, will be there ongoing for future years?
Well, the lagoons are constructed, what they do is periodically we have to clean those out. Cause you're
Dredge
sending
them-
stuff
dredge
down
them
there,
out.
it settles
Right.
out, you have to clean it. So we have an area that we used to store that. So what we've done in the past is dig a hole and then put it in there. So now we're at a point where we're kind of running out of room. So what we've done is we've dug a hole and built a berm to hold all that material back. So this is just to finish what was started.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Any other questions? Seeing none, I will entertain a motion.
So moved.
Need a second?
Second.
Motion made and seconded for approval of the change order number 1 to bid item number 1843, as discussed by Brandon here. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Brandon. Item number 4.7, consider the award of bid invitation 1856, our annual price contract for ductile iron pipe, valves, hydrants, fittings, and tapping sleeves. Leanne, we're gonna buy some hardware.
Yeah, good evening. Most of the plant board's inventory of ductile iron pipe and fittings, the valves, the hydrants, and tapping sleeves are purchased from our annual price contract. The material requires periodic replenishment due to new services, maintenance, and repairs. Vendors bid with the understanding that they are committing to firm pricing throughout the fiscal year and not for a certain quantity of material. The bid's divided into 6 categories and awarded per category. Bid also includes alternate pricing for materials that meet the Buy America and Buy American requirements. These items are sometimes needed for certain grant-funded projects. However, the bid states that the award is heavily weighted on the price of the material that does not meet these requirements, as that is what we purchase the most of. After evaluating all the bids, staff recommends awarding to the low bidder in each category as follows. The ductile iron pipe to Corin, Maine. The price difference from last year than this year, it has increased 3.3%. The ductile iron fittings to Ferguson Waterworks, they have gone down almost 1% from last year. The valves and the tapping valves to Sitco Water, and they are down approximately 25% from last year. The hydrants to Sitco Water at a 2% increase from last year, and the tapping sleeves to Hayes Pipe, and they are approximately 14% lower than last year's pricing.
Any other questions? Any questions from any of the members?
Did it surprise you that some of them went down by that much?
I don't know if it surprised me, but we're always happy.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, were you expecting them, everything to go up, or?
Typically, yes.
Yeah.
Leanne, will, I know this gives us, of course, an annual price contract. Is this a thing we order just on an as-needed basis?
Yes.
And these things, there's no lead time on any of these for the most part.
No.
They're pretty quick getting them to us.
Not always. I think the bid does have lead times on it.
Okay.
I don't have the timesheet in front of me.
That's okay. But you know, but this is also something, we'll keep an inventory of these in our warehouse,
Yes.
correct? So,
Out on the lot, yeah.
okay. All right. Any other questions from any of the members? If not, I will entertain a motion to accept the annual price contract bids on item number 1856.
Make a motion that we accept the bids as proposed.
Motion made and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 4.8, General Manager Evaluation. At the June meeting, I gave each of the individual board members a evaluation form for our General Manager, Mr. Zhang. He was evaluated on 10 different issues: Kemia exit, future energy planning, completion of the solar expansion, next band grant expansion, community involvement, agency management, renovations of the Hickory building where the water and electric are, the personnel system revisions, relations with Farmdale and Peaks Mill, and communication with city and county officials. The top score he could have gotten would have been 50. Would have been on a scale of 50. His average amongst the 5 board members was a 45. I want to just take this time to thank Gary for his hard work. I think you do a really, really good job of managing a diverse agency. I've said before, and I've said it again, that I think before Gary came on, I think in many ways this place operated as three separate businesses, and I don't think that's as much the case anymore. It's still not completely unified, but it's a lot closer than it ever was. And I'm going to turn it over to John. Do you have any comments? Gary, John and I went over the evaluation with Gary before the meeting today.
I like, based on the evaluations, I'd like to recommend that we accept Gary's evaluation and that we award him the same percent increment that all employees receive for this current fiscal year of 3% to his current salary.
Have a motion to accept the evaluation and to give Gary the same increment as everyone else. We're going to revert that back to July 1st.
Yes, effective July 1st.
Effective July 1st. Is there any discussion? Well, first, do we have a second on that motion?
Second.
Any discussion? Any of the board members like to make any comments? Yeah. No news is good news, I guess. In that case, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Gary, congratulations and thank you again very much. Do you have anything you'd like to mention?
Yeah, I like have a chance to really thank you, the board, for your trust. And at the same time, I want to say appreciate everyone here doing the work, provide a service every day.
Yeah.
What we are for. That's the most important to us.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay, great.
Well, don't thank us, you gotta stay another year.
Any other general man? Next item on the agenda is general manager's comments. Do you have any more general manager's comments?
No, thank you.
Okay, seeing none, we'll move on to the next item. Any old or new business from any of the members? Anything from the staff on old and new business? Okay, seeing none, we'll move on to a closed session. Mr. Cubine.
Request permission to call a closed session pursuant to KRS 61.8101N to select a successful bidder for award of a local contract, and pursuant to KRS 61.8101C to discuss pending litigation regarding a customer matter, administrative matter, and a contract matter.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? We're in closed session. back. I would need a motion to come out of closed session.
I move that we come out of closed session.
Need a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, Mr. Cubine?
There's no item or any action the board needs to take on anything discussed in closed session.
Okay, all right then. Next item on the agenda is adjournment. Need a motion?
So moved.
Need a motion second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? See y'all next month.
Okay.